Hello friends, this is Jebb, you know who Adams, and today we have Dennis, the singer 401A that came out of the condemned house and was saved by a kind thinking contractor that didn't throw Dennis here in the dumpster but put it on for sale site, and that's where I got it. So it was a wonderful opportunity. Only paid 20 Canadian, probably about, $17, $18 American at the time. But anyway, we did, just an update, we did redo the motor, these two parts of the motor in the last video. And what we were looking for was that when my cleaning process is degreaser, then water and soap to wash off the degreaser and the loosened dirt, or any dirt, or all dirt preferably, hopefully. And then, a rinse in clean water, just water, and then a very extended blow dry. And that's the fourth step. And then the fifth step is I like to use electronic contact cleaner. So that's what I did with this. And so I went through that whole washing procedure to the fourth step to having it dry. And then when I used the electronic contact cleaner, a lot of dirt was coming off. And after this morning's test, or the previous video's test, I think what happened was I hadn't washed the inside of this aluminum casing well enough, maybe. And so when I put the electronic cleaner on, that's what was, being burned off the surface, I guess. But anyway, so this previous video, if you saw that one, it'll show you that this is actually clean now. And so it's going to be ready to get put together, but I'm not putting it together right now. But I did want to get up to speed with you folks on that. And so, and then this stuff here is what we're going to clean today. It's the hand wheel, and it's also the other half of the electric motor casing and the motor, the motor bracket holds the motor and plug in place and all that. And then we also have this is all associated with the stitch length lever. Here's a stitch length lever. There's that big screw that we had to take out from the end of the sewing machine up there. I don't know why that blue bag is there. I think at one time I was going to do the spraying with the CFC here, but I did it in the kitchen. But anyway, so that has to be cleaned. And then our little singer thing here. What does it say? There we go. 431G. Look at all that grime. And it's never too late. Humbly and respectfully, it's never too late to subscribe. So anyway, so that's going to get washed. But first, before we do all that little stuff, we're going to get into that. We're going to take that apart because it'll be going in to get washed with that stuff. But really exciting news. Right now, right before your very eyes, we are going to take these rotten bed cushions off. And I'm going to hone in here, zoom in here. Look at that. You know what? I was going to get another container to go under those so that when they crumble and fall apart, I have a chance of keeping my work area clean. So that screws out. We'll put that That'll end up going in crud cutter more than likely. That one's not too bad. Let's see if we can get it off of there. You guys still with me? Can you still see? I haven't blocked you out yet, have I? See, I mean, that's just cruded right on there. Okay, I'm going to leave that right now for now. I'll get back to it in a minute. And we'll get these other ones off. And we need to move backwards, Jebb, so that your friends, so everybody can see, not just you, Jebb. That one's kind of stuck in there too. And then what I do is I get my magnet. The magnet got him. And there, what do we see on there? Is there some discoloration on there? There is. So some of this dried, corroded stuff has adhered to that. So we'll put this in there. Where did I put the other one? Did I put it in here? I shouldn't have. Yeah, I did. But I don't want it to go in there because that's... And that one, we'll get back, all of these we'll get back to them. They're going to be all difficult to take off, so we'll take them off at once and do the mess cleaning up. That was a little sticky. That was a little tough to get it to loose, to come loose. And then this one, the other nice thing about the 401s is that they have the adjustable throat plate positioning bracket assembly. So we'll be doing on this when it gets to that, everything's going to be done on all of these machines at one time or another. So we get the magnet. Beauty. More of that cruddy crud on there. And we're putting them in there, yeah. And then that one. So they're all in the same boat. Now, I want to get that off of there. So I'm going to get these pliers and see if that'll do the trick. Oh. Ooh. All right. That saved a lot of gunky chipping. So those are useless. Where's the garbage can? Right down there. What's this guy doing here? This lad here. He's out of there, baby. And even this difficult one, if there's not a lot of stuff stuck to there, just that one little spot there. This one, it's just dirt, right? So we'll chuck that. And then this one down here. Likewise, oh, that's nice, came apart clean. Hopefully this one will too. It looks, this one's rough too. So this end of the machine had it worse. There. So that's done. Now I want to get an old tool like this that has a point on it. And then I just want to see if I can get in there and loosen that up. Like that, kind of. That one's good. That one's pretty good. A little bit of dirt. There's some dirt there. You can see the fluff. And let's see if I can grab some for you. There, see? How many years, how many decades worth is that? I don't know, you know, but anyway, so I have new, oh, that was a big piece of dust. This is a little one coming out, but I pushed in a great big one. So I'll be, you know, I've got the vacuum cleaner in the room here. But anyway, so that's what we did with that. And we're going to let that go with that for now. I'm going to get the WD-40 Bike All Conditions Chain Lube. And let me get rid of that crud. You know what? So there, we'll spray them. And this is just like, you know, tri-flow kind of thing. It's bicycle oil. That's essentially what tri-flow is. And I'm just spraying everything. There. Oh, and last but not least, there's screws that go in there. So, yeah, I've sprayed oil in there and there's fluff and dust in there, but it's all going to be out of there real soon. And so it's gotten a good coating. This stuff is gonna sit in there for a little bit. Where's a little painty brush here? There. And they're in pretty good condition. Like, they've got a little bit of surface varnish, but they don't really appear to be, you know, critically rusted or degraded, really. And these are expensive, these little screws. They're like $3 or $4 American each. Yeah, they're pricey little rascals. So since I had the brush out, then I'm just gonna get some of the oil on there. And do that. I'm going to get some of that oil on that spring that I can see, and there's another spring there. And then quickly, before we get started on the other stuff, oh, there, I got a big clump of dirt there. There, now I'm going to quickly get I'm going to do that brush I just had here. We'll use this brush then, maybe. No, not that one. I'll use that. No, I'll use this one. Then we'll quickly get some grease. And we'll start putting it on a lot. Like even places where it's not suggested that it go, we're going to put it on because grease is time release oil. And I use Tri-Flow because it's a really great product for me, for my machines. And so, whoa. Better get that over there. There's a copious amount, so we can use it there. Don't want to waste the stuff. It does cost money. But you know, I'm self-funded, you know. I'm not beholden to any corporations or sponsors or anything like that, you know. Not monetized yet. I don't have enough subscribers and stuff. But, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, you know. And I'm having a riot. I'm learning a lot about machines. A whole lot about machines. You know. So, and I'm learning a lot about Adobe products, YouTube, the internet. I never knew anything about this stuff before, so it's really, but I love to learn, you know. I was retired, you know, and that's why I moved to Montreal to go to university and go to university for cheap as a senior. And I was studying the classics. I'd taken 2 years of Latin, and I'd already studied Spanish for 4 years privately with a tutor back in Ontario. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting all this. I'm just going to finish up with that. And I don't mind blabbing on here because I can edit this out. You know, this is not tomorrow's video. It's a video for the day after tomorrow. So, and quite often, I just start over. You know, it's like, well, you know, not quite often, but sometimes. I usually have an idea of what I'm going to say before I sit in the chair and turn the camera on. So they're just a really good dousing. It's going to soak for overnight or whatever, or till later today or tonight. And it'll loosen all that, whatever tar or varnish or gunk. Yeah, put grease on, and oil, you know, dilutes grease. And yeah, but you know what? At some point, I put on more grease than oil, or more oil than grease. You know, it works both ways. And in this stage, it's good to get it everywhere. There. So that's with that. Now we can get to work. So first, we're going to take the lens out of the light, because we took the light out the other day, right? Yeah, we did. I remember you guys were here. You helped me. Your being here does help me. So just one little screw here, but the slot is too wide on that screwdriver. This is an electrical. That's a little wide too. Gee whiz, Jebb. And I put a larger bit in here this morning too, so I'm probably out of luck again. Yes. And these are dynamite screwdrivers. I don't work for Chapman. They don't sponsor me. You know, I'm not beholden to them. But I love these screwdrivers. And they're very versatile. They're very effective for vintage sewing machine people and bicyclists and locksmiths and gunsmiths. And they're made in Connecticut. And it's a company owned and run by a woman, and I believe all the people that work there are women. Maybe not. I don't really know that, so I shouldn't say. What was I gonna do? There was a screw I was going for, and now with all my yapping, I can't even remember which one it was. How silly is that? How silly is that? Talking about screwdrivers. Gee, I really lost my train of thought. Well, I'm going to stop there and get back on track and continue along with... it was for the light. That's what it was. Duh. There, now this bit fits. Zip. Well, it just slipped out. It's not damaged, and it's not, there might be a slight, I don't know, there's slight wear or chip there, but that's the lens, so we'll keep that separate. But I still want to get this screw out, don't we? There we go. So there, we'll throw that screw. You know what? We won't. We'll take that clip off. We'll put it there. And that is all painted. So we'll just get one of these makeup pads. Or we'll get a couple of you-know-whos as well. I need another little brush here. What do I need? I need this brush. That's the brush I need. So just water and liquid dishwashing detergent. For starters. I did it, I did the water and dishwashing detergent before the oil on this because it's not an incredibly dynamic part. It's a shroud, it's a cover, it sits there. It doesn't sew, it doesn't move. It doesn't really, it's a passive job it has. So that's our little brush. Now we'll get a Q-tip and we'll go in here. Okay, we went right through. Ooh, I think we got some there. Yeah. I feel sorry for the people that are homeless in Montreal. There's a lot of people that are homeless. I know in your cities too, wherever you are around the world. If it's cold, it's going down to it's going into the minus 20. I think it's going down to minus 19 or 20. With the wind, which is the real temperature, it's going to be minus 27 or whatever, And, but anyway, that's on that side. Now I want to get, I'll get the brush again, give it another rinse, and then I will get a makeup pad right now, and I will just wipe it down with that. Now it still needs to be cleaned some more, I think. Well, maybe not. No, I'm getting it, I guess. Like there's not much on the, well, there is grime. And I'm sure there's spots that like maybe here, that I missed the first time. And quite often it's, it's clean it 2 or 3 times, because I don't really, I just use my hands, I use Q-tips or cotton swabs, whatever you call those things. No, they're getting dirty from my gloves. That's what's happening. So I'll get a paper towel. We'll do that. So the heat is on high and the blower is on low. Nothing else in there. Now I have these guys here. I'm just going to oil them and see how I make out with that. And I think that I'm going to make out pretty good, actually. So we'll put them right like that. I've almost gone through a full container of oil, but I think I still have 4 full ones. If not 4, then I still have 3. And then I still have 2 of these, the Singer oil, which I used to use a lot when I first started. And there's 4 ounces in there, and it's only $5, you know. So it's cheap and it's good. But anyways, we got those oiled up, right? And let's just give it a rub. See, there's a little bit of something there. But you know what? It looks pretty enough for me. I mean, it's never seen anyway. You know, it never goes anywhere and it never does anything. It's a passive job. You know, the kind of job I always wanted. Actually, I did have a kind of a passive job. I used to sit on locomotives. I used to work for the railway. Now I work for Jebb Adams. So that's clean. Now the screw. And now I'm just going to get this lens. I'm going to put the soapy water, dishwater liquid, and the water. It's cold. And just gently meditate while I clean this off. So, and then I have this container here, and it has just water, warm tap water. And that was an old dishwashing liquid container. And then we'll put that there like that. I'm going to take my gloves off because I'm going to sign off with you guys. So just as I finish up here, what did we accomplish? We removed the old grody bed cushions, and we took the screws out, and we're cleaning the screws, and we're cleaning the area around where the new bed cushions are going to go. I have a lot of new bed cushions. I got a shipment of them last month. I think I got 50 or 60 of them. And so we accomplished that, and we've also washed the light and the light cover and the lens holder clip, if I can call it that, and the little screw that puts it in. We also discussed the motor. We checked to see if the motor had any residual dirt after the last application of CFC, electronic contact cleaner. Thanks again. You know, I'm not going to sound like a broken record. Thank you for subscribing. It is very much appreciated. It helps the channel. And stay safe, have fun, and I hope you sew or have some hobbies or crafts or passions or something. Ciao, amigos.